Hello, hello, hello. How are y'all? Hello, hello. How are ya? Just repinning up a couple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mortise locks. How you doing today? Thank you for the like up there. Make sure to hit that like button. I'd be grateful. Garbage. Garbage. Throw both of these away. All right, we're going to rekey. We're going to rekey this. Looks like we got a 53246. There's a 5. How you guys doing today? 3, 4. Whoa. All right. So we got a 532. Yep. 53246. How's everybody doing today? Hey, Jess. Hey, Ram. How are you? What are you wanting? I'm doing well, Jess. So let me see what you wrote here. Can you send me one? What do you look to get sent? Right now I'm pinning up a couple of these mortise locks that goes on this Marks system on this front door here. The customer has working key. They were having troubles. I have a small, tiny little click, which tells me one of my pins might be just a smidgen low. So with that, let's just thin this out a little bit. How are you guys doing today? This key is terrible. They have bent it. They have bent it. Probably need to make them a new key. And then this lock works upside down, so I'm going to try it upside down. Yeah, this key is jacked up. They stuck a pair of pliers on the key. Because, you know, if you can't turn it with your fingers, right, then you got to just get a wrench or something else, because that will fix whatever the issue is. How's everybody doing? Hey, if you guys would, double tap on the screen, please. Double tap on the screen. If you guys like this type of locksmith work, thank you very much for those likes. Make sure to like the video up here. Definitely tap on the screen. And I go visit locksmithblueprint.com if you like this type of work. I have been working on that site for quite a while, although I'm actually working on the homepage right now, which been working on the back end, a lot of the back end type stuff. So go check out the new and improved. And I'm about 70% done with the home page. So the home page is a little wiry right now, but it will be done here in the next day or two, I'm anticipating. So right now the customer had a mortise lock that was just instead of replacing just one side, they decided just to replace both sides, which I think is pretty smart. The lock body itself is still pretty good. So this is the new one. So we'll do this, and we'll dump all these pins out of here. Hey Ram, I appreciate that, man. Thanks for the cool feedback. I've been getting lately some trollers. I got a guy who earlier made some pretty weird comments, and then threw in the fat. You know, if you were in better shape and blah blah blah. It's like, really, dude? You got some issues. And claims to be a locksmith as well. At least that's what his page is. I went and looked, and he had all of 20 followers. So, but it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, he was kind of laying into me, which I thought was kind of strange. 5, 3, 2. Yeah, so we're gonna put these brand new mortise locks on this house here, on this gate. So 5, 3, 2. So I'm looking at the cuts right there. You see right here we got a 5, a 3, a 2. It looks like a 4 and a 6. Let's see how we did. Here's a 4. 4 works perfect. Yeah, so I've been getting them friggin' hecklers here. Not sure why. Not sure why. I just try to make some cool educational stuff for everybody to watch and look at. I just posted a couple mailbox videos today, so yeah, these mortise locks are pretty cool. And then, so I always try them this way, but in this particular case, they're not going to sit on the gate this way. They're going to sit on the gate this way. So I always try them that way in the truck, because I've had in the past that if you try them this way, gravity helps, but when you flip it over, I found out I've put them on before and they didn't work, and didn't know why or what have you, but got it figured out eventually. But all right, so let's put this on. We're gonna put this tailpiece back on. You like my glasses? Thanks, man. Appreciate you. I appreciate. So, what do you like about the videos? What kind of videos, Ram, do you enjoy, or you just like this type of work in general? Just kind of something you've never seen interesting to you that way? Because I get that quite a bit. A lot of people, I get people message me and all sorts of stuff about that. And I get great feedback a lot of times. You know, I got those two trolls, but just because they're chirping me. I mean, I got pretty thick skin, but really, you know, it's like, really? That's how you're gonna roll through life? Is videos like these? Cool. Okay. And I'm gonna spray these real quick, just because it's always good. And then you can see that their key is kind of, maybe you can't see how their key is kind of bent a little bit. See that? So let's punch them a key real quick and replace this one, because they have bent it. I have bent it back, so that's going to create a crease in there, right? It's just inevitable. It's going to weaken it. It's going to everything. So let's get the weak link out of the system. Do that. Let's punch this. Let's run over here too. I'm gonna move you around so you don't gotta see a face made for radio. Oh, and let's use this guy real quick. So let me first check out. Let me check out what jaw we already have in there. So right here it says Schleg right there. See the SCH. So we already know we got the quick set in there. So let's punch a new key real quick. And this is a pretty cool little gadget. This right hand punch. It does quick set on this side, Schleg on the other side. So here, let's put that guy in there. Run it all the way into the shoulder. Lock it in. And then check this out. Push this all the way up. And what was the cuts on our key again? Let's look right here. So it looks like right there we got a 5, 3, 2, 4, 6. So move this guy to, check this out, move this guy to a 5. Got a 5, and then you push down this handle. There's the 5. Then we're going to go to the 3. Then we're going to go to the 2. Then we're going to go to the 4. Then we're going to go to the 6. And it wants to punch a 6 tooth, but there is not one there. Push it one more time. It'll eject it. And let's see if we cut it right. If we punched it right, then that key will turn, which it does. So something kind of cool right now. So this is perfect opportunity for me to fix something. So this key right now is a tiny bit heavy, not much, a tiny bit heavy, which tells me I think the key is cut a little too much. So this is a perfect opportunity right now to fix, and let's adjust, because these sometimes get out. So this says deeper right here. If you go clockwise, deeper. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick my Allen wrench in there. All right, that one's not the right one. And now's the perfect time to adjust it, right? Since I got a second, and sometimes these just go out of whack a little bit. I'm gonna give it maybe just a half turn deeper right there, right? A little more than a quarter turn, right? So now I'm gonna punch another key, and I'm gonna see if this key gets better or worse. It's a perfect opportunity right now to adjust this, because they do tend to go out of whack a little bit, right? There's moving parts and what have you. Not very often do you got to do it, but let's check it out, you know. So we will move this down to 5, 3, 2, 4, 6. So now if we went the right way, this lock should get a little easier. If we went the wrong way, it's going to get worse. So it went worse. So now it doesn't even turn at all, okay? So here we're going to turn this back that quarter, and then I'm going to go again. Let's just take a couple seconds to adjust this while we're here. Let me make sure I cut that key right. I did, okay. And when we're adjusting and doing these things, it's just very little at a time. So let's go 5, 3, 2, 4, 6. So let's see what happens here. Perfect. There we go. So that cut perfect. I'm going to cut one more key. I'm going to throw these away. I'm going to cut one more key. We'll give the customer 2 keys, but I want to make sure, more importantly, I want to make sure that my adjustment right here has taken place and it's not just, it just worked on that 1 key. So we'll clean this off real quick. And do you remember, I was just going to say, do you remember the numbers on the key? Heck yeah, you do. Right? 5, 3, 2, 4, 6. Perfect. So let's put this right here to a number 5. Put it to a 3. Put it to a 2. Put it to a 4. Put it to a 6. So the cool thing about these jobs and different things, right? You can do these type of adjustments and stuff along the way. It's oh yeah, that's butter. That is butter. So, and what that's really going to do also, let me see that. I'm going to turn, oh Jesus, I'm going to turn you around, but you know what? It's not always the best view on this side. But a cool thing by doing this, it makes it easier once we go to like quick set smart keys, because if those cuts are in the middle of something, it won't work. It'll lock you out, freeze it up completely. So it's perfect to take advantage of these type of situations to then fine tune some of your equipment. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is Ram. This is what I do for work. I'm a locksmith, so I do rekeying. I do yeah. Like today, I've fixed these 2 locks. I've done a mailbox. I just used a Lishi. I'll put a video on that. Just use a Lishi on the mailbox. On another mailbox, it's got a vacation slot on the bottom. I picked that earlier. I'll throw that video on. I picked it and I just put on a new cam lock. I've done 2 lockouts today. I have a rekey to do here at around 3 o'clock. So as soon as I'm done here, I'll call the rekey and I'll run over there and do that. So I'll be back on here live in a little bit. But let's double check. Let's double check these keys real quick. Like, she gave me 1 key, but I'm going to give her back 2 just because that 1 key was bent, right? Thank you for the likes up there. Double tap on the screen, guys. I'm not sure what you see on that end. Hey, dog, is quitting time. You know, you are about right there. Today's been kind of cool because there's 2 projects I put for tomorrow. A mailbox, actually 2 different mailboxes, and then this. And I'm just running through things so fast that, yeah, so I'm doing some of tomorrow's jobs today, which, I mean, perfect, right? Perfect. Get it while you can. Hey, thanks, Bram. I appreciate that, man. Got a lot of stuff going. Check out these lights that my son installed for me in my van. These are game changer right there. I used to have, you can still see one up there. I had, and there's an AC unit you're hearing. But I had this LED light. I had another LED light right here, went all the way across. Had another one right here that went all the way across this way. Took those down, kept that one there. I think it still might work. I don't think we unplugged it. I don't remember. Yeah, so that still works, right? If I need more light back here on my cutters. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and put these back on. Check out these anti-wrench rings, right? So these are wrench rings and spacers. But basically what these wrench rings do, what they do is if a bad guy can ever get a pair of pliers or something on the face here, they just turn it and they just break it off and then gain access to the lock. This right here is the ring that when it's tightened, this turns. So they can't, you can see how it's flush here. If that face were to stick out like that, then they could get pliers on there and just snap everything off. But you put this wrench ring on there, and then you don't tighten it so tight that this doesn't move. You leave it a little bit loose. They can't, nothing to grab onto. They're gonna have to cut all that up. They're gonna have to cut all that off, you know, type of thing. So anyway, I'm gonna be doing a Rekey 3 o'clock. It's already 2:40 my time. Uh, so I'll go there after this. And then I got the Starlink hooked up right now. So I'm in a bad area. So a cool thing right now, I got the Starlink hooked up, right? Those of you who've been watching know I got about is this area right here. I typically have one bar, if that. You know, it bounces back and forth. But right now on my phone, I'm showing full Wi-Fi. I got everything. I'm running about 140 megabytes per second right now where I'm at. So I'm loving this new Starlink. So any of you guys out there that do this, I got the mobile Starlink, the mobile mini. So this thing, you can go anywhere. You can go out in the middle of the woods. It doesn't matter. You take it with you. You plug it in. You go to a spot. It makes you shine up in the air all the way around 360. It gets as many satellites as it can. Boom. It's pretty cool stuff. But thank you guys for the likes. Make sure to subscribe and follow me. Go visit. So again, I'm in the process of remaking the locksmithblueprint.com. The main page right now is what I've been working on last 3 days. So we got some other links and stuff that got to go in there right now. But go in there and check. Go look at the new look. Tell me if you like all the new badges and stuff. Tell me if you like the new look in there. Those of you who've already been there knows what it used to look like. Go tell me if you like the new badges and different stuff. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'm going to go put these on, and we're going to close out and then move on to the next one. So I'll be back out here, and I'd imagine probably half an hour, 45 minutes or so, because I'll get there. I'll have to return there or pull everything off the house and then rekey and stuff. But I'm not far. I'm not far from there, or it might be. It might even be shit. It might even be a mailbox. I might have another mailbox to do. I'm not sure. I forget now. My Sometimers is kicking in. Anyway, guys, thank you for the likes. I'm out of here. I'll see you in a bit. Make sure to subscribe and check out some of the videos. Subscribe, locksmithblueprint.com. Go check that out also. We'll see you in a bit. Later, guys.